Hi and welcome to the Studio Marco Primeau. In my last video, Mixing with Explanations, I asked you, the viewers, to post some questions, and we got one from GNK Beatmaker. He's asking about spatial placement and masking. That's the message in French. One of the biggest challenges when mixing is to make sure that we hear everything. But this challenge can be very hard if you have a lot of instruments and they share the same frequency content. But let's start from the beginning. What can go in the center and how to arrange it. If you want people to feel the rhythm of the song, tap their feet, dance, or be engaged by the melody or the story of the song, there's a few things that you should keep in the center. The bass drum, the snare, the bass guitar, and of course the lead vocal, and any instrument that makes the lead melody, replacing the vocal at some part of the song. After that, pretty much everything else can be panned left or right. But if you think about it, if you put something on your left and there's a lot of high frequencies, and you put something on your right and there's not a lot of high frequencies, the brain of the listener will be pulled toward the left side. So that's something to avoid. So if I have a lot of tracks to mix, that's one thing that I will do first, is identify all my tracks and try to match the same kind of frequency content on different instruments, and try to match them and pan the same kind of frequencies left and right. So then when you listen to the song, you're not pulled to one side, unless that's what you want to do for a special effect. So let's say that you filled your stereo spectrum to the fullest, some instrument maximum left, some instrument maximum right, and then all maybe 75%, 50%, 25%, and you put all instruments everywhere, but you're stuck that at some point one instrument is masking another one even after what you just did. One trick that a lot of people will use is to put invert EQs on those two instruments that won't leave space to each other. So what I mean is, let's say you have a bass guitar and a bass drum that has the same kind of frequencies and you don't perceive them very well. What you could do is decide which one will occupy the lower end and which one will occupy the higher end of the low frequencies, and separate them. So for example, with the bass drum, I could do an EQ curve that will boost a bit of the 80 Hz, and then on the bass, I could boost a bit of the 60 Hz. So what I would do also is remove a bit of 60 Hz on the bass drum and remove a bit of 80 Hz on the bass. So then the EQ goes like this, and they leave space to each other, and they'll be more distinct in the mix. So I hope this will help you for your next crowded mix. If you did like the video, please click on like, consider subscribing, hit the bell to get notifications, share my videos, questions and comments below. Stay tuned for the next video, because we're gonna master the song that was mixed in the last video.